Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English reading session. I'm really happy to see you here today. Together, we will explore an interesting story, learn new words, and practice our reading skills. So get comfortable, grab your notebook, and let's enjoy this journey in English. Chapter 1. The Girl with the Camera. Brooklyn was loud. Cars honked. People shouted. Music spilled from windows. The trains rumbled overhead. Dogs barked. Kids ran in the streets. But not everywhere. On the quiet side of Brooklyn, the streets moved slower. Trees whispered in the wind. Laundry danced on balconies. Old buildings stood with chipped paint and crooked steps. And small things happened, soft, quiet things. Leah liked the quiet side. She was 16. She didn't talk much. She didn't like crowds or noise. She liked silence, shadows, and soft light. She liked her camera. It was old, black, and a little scratched. Her dad gave it to her before he moved to another city. Take pictures of what matters, he said. Then he hugged her tight and left. Leah didn't know what mattered. So she walked. Every afternoon, after school, she took her camera and walked through her neighborhood. She didn't go far, just a few blocks, but she saw things. A cat sleeping on a windowsill, its tail twitching. A man reading a book on the steps, glasses sliding down his nose. A child laughing while chasing bubbles, arms wide like wings. She didn't speak to them. She just clicked. One photo, then another. Her camera was her voice. She liked how the lens made the world feel smaller. She could focus on one thing one moment and forget the rest. At home, she printed the pictures and hung them on her wall. Her room was full of quiet moments. Smiles. Shadows. Light. She arranged them in rows, like a gallery only she could see. Her mom worked late at the hospital. Her brother played video games with his door closed. No one asked about her photos. But Leah didn't mind. She liked watching the world from behind the lens. Sometimes she imagined the stories behind the pictures. The man reading, maybe he was waiting for someone. The child laughing, maybe she had just learned to blow bubbles. The cat, maybe it dreamed of birds. Leah didn't know. But she liked to wonder. One Thursday, the sky was pale and quiet. Leah walked past the park and saw something new. An old woman sitting alone on a bench. She wore a red coat and held a small bird in her hands, a sparrow, calm and still. Leah stopped. She raised her camera, then paused. The woman looked up. Her eyes were soft and gray. She smiled like she had been waiting. Leah lowered the camera. "Can I take your picture?" she asked, her voice small. The woman nodded. "Of course." Click. Leah smiled. It was the first time she asked. The woman said, "Why do you take pictures?" Leah thought. She looked at her shoes, then at the bird, then at the woman's face. "To remember things," she said. "To see things. To feel less invisible." The woman nodded slowly. "That's a good reason." Leah sat beside her. They didn't talk much, but it felt nice. The bird flew away. The woman watched it go. Leah watched her. That night, Leah printed the photo. The woman in the red coat. The bird in her hands. The bench. The light. She hung it on her wall, right in the center. It was her favorite. She looked at it before going to sleep. And for the first time in a long time, she felt seen. Chapter 2. Faces Behind the Lens. Leah walked the same streets every day. But now, they felt different. Since she spoke to the woman in the red coat, something had changed. She didn't just take pictures. She looked longer. She listened. She passed the brownstone with the wide steps. The man with glasses was there again reading. Leah stopped. "Excuse me," she said softly. "Can I take your picture?" The man looked up. He smiled. "You already did," he said. "I saw it on your wall last week." Leah blinked. "You live across the street?" He nodded. "I'm Mr. Thomas. I used to teach English at the high school." Leah smiled. "I go there." Mr. Thomas closed his book. "Then I hope you read more than your classmates do." Leah laughed, just a little. She took his photo again. This time, He looked at the camera. Thank you, she said. Keep taking pictures, he replied. Some people forget how to see. Leah walked on. She passed the corner store. Outside, a little girl was blowing bubbles. Her grandmother sat nearby, watching. Leah raised her camera. The girl laughed and waved. Can I take a picture? Leah asked. The grandmother nodded. She loves bubbles. She says they're like flying candy. Leah smiled. She clicked. The girl jumped and clapped. What's your name? Leah asked. Zara, the girl shouted. Leah wrote it down in her notebook. Zara, Bubbles, corner store. She didn't want to forget. Later, Leah passed the windowsill where the cat always slept. But the cat was gone. She knocked on the door gently. A woman opened it. Hi, Leah said. I usually take pictures of your cat. Is she okay? The woman smiled. She's fine. Just hiding today. Leah nodded. She's beautiful. The woman looked at her. She was my husband's cat. He passed last year. She still waits for him by the window. Leah didn't know what to say. So she said, I'm sorry. The woman nodded. Thank you. Leah took a photo of the empty windowsill. Then she wrote, No cat today. But still waiting, asterisk. That night, Leah looked at her wall. She added 3 new pictures. Mr. Thomas with his book. Zara with her bubbles. The empty windowsill. She added notes under each one. She didn't just see faces now. She saw stories. Her mom came in to say good night. She looked at the wall. You've been busy, she said. Leah nodded. Her mom touched the photo of the woman in the red coat. She looks kind. She was, Leah whispered. Her mom kissed her forehead. I'm proud of you. Leah smiled. It was small, but it was real. She turned off the light and slept with stories on her wall. Chapter 3. The Wall That Spoke. Leah didn't talk much at school. She listened. She watched. She kept her stories quiet. But her notebook was full. Photos. Names. Little moments. She carried it everywhere, tucked between her math book and her sketchpad. One Monday morning, her English teacher gave the class a new project. Tell a story, she said. Any kind. Just make it real. Most students groaned. Some asked if they could write about video games or their pets. Leah stared at the blank paper. She didn't want to write. She wanted to show. After class, she stayed behind. Miss Carter, she asked. Her teacher looked up from her desk. Yes, Leah. Can I do something different? Leah said. Not a story with words. A story with pictures. Miss Carter tilted her head. What kind of pictures? Leah opened her notebook. She flipped to the page with Mr. Thomas. Then Zara with her bubbles. Then the empty windowsill. Miss Carter leaned in. She didn't speak for a moment. These are beautiful, she said softly. They feel quiet, but strong. Leah nodded. I've been taking them around my block. I write little notes under each one. Miss Carter smiled. Would you like to share them with the class? Leah hesitated. I don't want to stand up and talk. You don't have to, Miss Carter said. Why don't we put them on the bulletin board? Let the pictures speak. Leah's heart beat faster. She nodded. The next morning, she came early. The hallway was still empty. She carried a folder with printed photos and handwritten captions. She taped them carefully to the board near the classroom door. One by one. Mr. Thomas, retired teacher, still reads every morning. Zara, Bubbles, corner store, joy in motion. Windowsill, no cat today, still waiting. She stepped back. It looked small, but it felt big. During class, Leah kept her eyes low. She didn't look at the board. She didn't look at her classmates. But after lunch, she passed by the wall again. Someone had added a sticky note. It said, I walk past that cat too. I always wonder what she's thinking. Leah stared at it. Someone had seen. Someone had felt something. The next day, there were 2 more notes. Mr. Thomas taught my brother. He helped him pass English. Zara is my cousin. She really does love bubbles. Leah smiled. The wall was growing. Not in size, but in feeling. At lunch, she sat alone. As usual. But someone stopped by her table. It was Jordan. He was in her math class. He wore headphones and always drew in his notebook. Hey, he said. I saw your photos. Leah blinked. You did. Jordan nodded. They're quiet, but they say a lot. Leah smiled, just a little. I like the one with the bubbles, he said. It made me feel lighter. Leah looked down. Thanks. Jordan sat beside her. He opened his sketchbook. I draw people too, he said. But not real ones. Just made-up faces. Leah leaned closer. The drawings were strange and soft. Big eyes. Gentle lines. Some looked sad. Some looked curious. They look like they're listening, she said. Jordan grinned. Maybe they are. They sat in silence. It wasn't awkward. It was calm. Jordan flipped to a blank page. Can I draw you? He asked. Leah hesitated. No one's ever asked that before. Jordan shrugged. I think you'd make a good drawing. You look like you notice things. Leah nodded slowly. Okay. He started sketching. His pencil moved quickly, but gently. Leah watched his hand. She felt strange. Not nervous. Just seen. After a few minutes, he turned the sketchbook around. It was her. Not perfect. Not detailed. But soft. Thoughtful. Leah touched the page lightly. Can I take a picture of it? She asked. Jordan smiled. Sure. She took out her phone. Clicked. Saved. That night, Leah printed the photo of Jordan's drawing. She added it to her wall at home. She wrote, Jordan draws faces that listen. Maybe they hear more than we do. The next morning, she brought it to school. She added it to the bulletin board. By now, the wall had 10 photos. And more than 20 sticky notes. Some were memories. Some were questions. Some were just feelings. Miss Carter stopped by. You started something, she said. Leah nodded. I didn't mean to. Sometimes the best stories are quiet, Miss Carter said. But they still speak. Leah looked at the wall. It was hers. But now it belonged to others too. Chapter 4. The Invitation. The wall kept growing. Every day, Leah added something new. A photo. A note. A moment. Other students added sticky notes. Some drew little hearts. Some wrote poems. One girl even taped a leaf next to a photo of a tree. Leah didn't say much, but she watched. And she smiled. One afternoon, Miss Carter pulled her aside. I got a call, she said. From the public library on 8th Street. Leah blinked. The library? Miss Carter nodded. They saw your photos online. I posted a few on the school's website. Leah's heart jumped. You did. I hope that's okay, Miss Carter said. I wanted people to see what you're doing. Leah nodded slowly. It's okay. They want to meet you, Miss Carter said. They're planning a youth art week. They'd like to include your work. Leah didn't speak. She wasn't sure what to say. You don't have to decide now, Miss Carter said. But I think you should go. Just talk to them. Leah walked home with her camera bag heavier than usual. Not because of the weight. Because of the feeling. She told her mom that night. Her mom smiled wide. You should go, she said. You've worked so hard. Leah nodded. I'm nervous. That's okay, her mom said. Nervous means it matters. The next day, Leah asked Jordan if he wanted to come with her. To the library, he said. They want to see my photos, Leah said. But I want to show your drawings too. Jordan looked surprised. Me? You're part of the wall, Leah said. You helped it grow. Jordan smiled. Okay, let's go. They met at the library on Saturday. It was quiet inside. Warm. Smelling like old pages and soft carpet. A woman greeted them at the front desk. You must be Leah, she said. I'm Mrs. Rivera. I run the youth programs here. Leah nodded. This is Jordan. Mrs. Rivera smiled. I've seen your work. Both of you. It's gentle. Honest. We'd love to feature it. Leah and Jordan followed her to a small room in the back. The walls were empty, but the light was soft. There were chairs, tables, and space. This is our community gallery, Mrs. Rivera said. Next month, we're hosting a week for young artists. You can hang your photos here. Jordan, you can display your sketches. Jordan looked around. It's nice. Leah nodded. It feels quiet. Mrs. Rivera smiled. That's the idea. She handed them a flyer. Youth voices, art from the neighborhood, dates, times. A little quote at the bottom. Every face has a story. Every story deserves a space. Leah read it twice. You don't have to fill the whole room, Mrs. Rivera said. Just bring what feels true. Leah looked at Jordan. He nodded. We'll do it, Leah said. That week, they worked together. After school. On weekends. Leah printed her photos. She chose the ones that spoke the loudest. Mr. Thomas. Zara. The windowsill. Jordan's sketch. A new photo of a man fixing bikes on the corner. A woman singing to herself on her porch. Jordan scanned his drawings. He added captions. Listening face. Dreaming face. Face with no name. They made labels. They chose frames. They laughed when things didn't fit. One night, Leah sat in her room, staring at the wall. Her mom came in. You're quiet, she said. I'm thinking, Leah said. About the show? Leah nodded. I want people to feel something, not just look. Her mom sat beside her. They will, she said. Because you do. Leah leaned her head on her mom's shoulder. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The day of the show arrived. Leah wore her favorite sweater. Jordan wore a shirt with paint stains. The library was full of soft voices. Parents. Kids. Neighbors. Leah stood by her photos. Jordan stood by his drawings. People walked slowly. They read the notes. They added new sticky notes to the wall Mrs. Rivera had set up. One man pointed to the photo of Zara. She's my niece, he said. She's always chasing bubbles. A woman touched the photo of the windowsill. I used to wait like that, she whispered. For someone who didn't come back. Leah didn't know what to say. So she nodded. And listened. Jordan's drawings drew a small crowd. One boy asked if he could learn to draw like that. Jordan smiled. Just start. That's all. Mrs. Rivera came by with a clipboard. We'd love to keep your work here for a few weeks, she said. So more people can see it. Leah looked at Jordan. He nodded. Okay, Leah said. At the end of the day, Leah stood by the door. She watched people leave. Some smiling. Some quiet. Her mom hugged her. You did it, she said. Leah looked at the wall. It wasn't just hers anymore. It was everyone's. And it spoke. Chapter 5, A Letter to the Lens. The library show was over. The walls were bare again. But Leah's heart was still full. She had never spoken to so many people in one day. She had never seen strangers cry while looking at her photos. She had never felt so visible. But a few days later, something shifted. At school, a boy in her science class made a comment. I saw your pictures, he said. They're kind of boring. Just old people and cats. Leah didn't answer. She just nodded and walked away. But the words stuck. They echoed in her mind. Boring. Just old people and cats. That night, she didn't take any photos. She didn't write in her notebook. She stared at her wall and felt unsure. Her mom noticed. You're quiet, she said. Leah shrugged. Just tired. Her mom sat beside her. Did something happen? Leah hesitated. Someone said my pictures were boring. Her mom didn't speak right away. Then she said, Do you think they're boring? Leah looked at the photo of Zara. At Mr. Thomas. At the windowsill. No, she whispered. Then that's what matters, her mom said. Not everyone will understand. But the ones who do, they'll never forget. Leah nodded. But the doubt lingered. The next day, she sat in the library after school. Not the public one. The school one. She opened her notebook. She flipped past the photos. Past the notes. She found a blank page. And she wrote, Dear Leah, you see things other people miss. You notice quiet smiles and waiting windows. You listen with your eyes. Some people won't get it. That's okay. You're not taking pictures for everyone. You're taking them for the ones who need them. Keep going. Even when it's quiet. Even when it's hard. Your lens is a bridge. Don't stop building. She closed the notebook. She felt lighter. As she walked home, she passed the corner store. Zara wasn't there, but her grandmother was. Leah waved. The woman smiled. She's at school, she said. But she talks about you all the time. Leah smiled. She's special. The woman nodded. She says you make her feel like magic. Leah blinked. Really? She saw her picture on the library wall, the woman said. She said, that's me. I'm flying. Leah felt her chest warm. The doubt faded. She took out her camera. She clicked. The woman smiled. Later that night, Leah printed the photo. She added it to her wall. She wrote, Zara's grandmother, proud, quiet magic. She looked at the wall. It was growing again. Not in size, but in meaning. She opened her notebook. She copied the letter she had written. She taped it to the wall. It was her reminder. Her anchor. Chapter 6. The Quiet Side of You. Leah's story isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It listens. It sees. And maybe, so do you. Maybe you notice things others miss. Maybe you feel more than you say. Maybe your story is waiting to be told in pictures, in words, in quiet moments. You don't need a big stage. You don't need loud applause. You just need a wall, a notebook, a lens, a voice. So start small. Take one photo. Write one line. Share one feeling. Because someone out there is waiting. To feel seen. To feel heard. To feel like magic. Just like Zara. Just like Leah. Just like you.